Hello. Okay, I think we are live. So if you are seeing me live, you might be wondering why am I doing it? It's because I'm on a bit of a challenge. I'm committing to 21 days live. So every day I'll come on live to share something that I've learned or perhaps some story which I would like to share. And today I'd like to share a story. It was because at about 4 a.m. I woke up this morning for a coaching call. Yeah, wake up at 4 a.m. for a coaching call. And the coaching call was interesting because it related to another story which I learned from a previous lesson. So let me start with that story which ties back to the 4 a.m. call. So the story was a couple. They were retired and they decided to move from Florida to Minnesota. So apparently Minnesota is a place where they have terrible winters, and the couple, the gentleman, loves fishing, so they decided to move to Florida where the weather is great and can do lots of fishing. So it's something that I've been planning for ages, and when they've moved, so this is actually a story from Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. So they were actually neighbors of Earl Nightingale, and a couple of months, Earl saw that the couple were packing, they were leaving the place, they were leaving Florida. So he walked over and asked, why? I thought, why are you leaving? Isn't this what you've been planning for ages? This is a retirement plan. So why are you moving? So the gentleman stopped and he replied to Earl saying that, well, I do like it here, but my wife doesn't feel accepted. And then Earl was like, really? Why? Because, well, the ladies in the community, they are not very welcoming. They haven't been including her in the activities. So Earl asked a couple more questions. So did your wife reach out to other ladies in the community? Did she initiate contact with them? And suddenly you could see the face on the gentleman, it kind of clenched. He was like, no. Actually, what my wife did was she was waiting at home, waiting for the other ladies from the community to reach out to her. So you see, what happened was that the ladies within the community thought that maybe she doesn't like to be in group, she doesn't like to be part of community, so they left her alone. And Earl's point of view was that it has to do with ourselves, our attitude, because it was the attitude that this old lady was portraying, that she doesn't want to mingle with the community, whereas in actual fact, the ladies in the community were actually leaving her alone. And Earl actually teach this in his chapter known as The Magic Word. He said, it saddened him to see that someone in their 60s still not knowing how our attitude affect how others respond to us. And this brings back to my 4 a.m. story. 4 a.m. call is about belonging. Sometimes we feel that we don't belong. I felt that when I was traveling to Toronto for my training. I was among the minority of Asian, Chinese, and being a lady, I was definitely among the minority. I felt that I didn't belong and I felt a little out of place. But when I heard Earl's story about the old lady who didn't step out to make an attempt to know the other ladies in the community, I realized that it was also my attitude. And there's two parts to it. So my attitude wasn't the best of the best. I didn't initiate. I expect others to reach out to me before I respond to them. So that wasn't a good attitude. And I blame it on I didn't belong. So that could also be deemed as a self-image issue. I feel that I didn't belong and wasn't willing to step out to interact with other people within the community. So that was a very nice reflection I had this morning at 4 a.m. together with Earl's story about the 60-year-old couple who really didn't know that their attitude has the ability to impact others people attitude towards them. Okay, so hi Nicholas, good to have you online. I'm really sharing about attitude, belonging, one from my coaching call this morning at 4 a.m. Attitude is really from Earl Nightingale, Lead the Few, the Magic Word. So I'm putting two stories together. While attitude is critical, we all know that having a great attitude is good. We know that our attitude determines other people's attitude towards us. We are always more passive, wanting others to reach out to us. So when we wanting others to reach out to us, and when that doesn't happen, we might say that, oh, we don't belong. So there's actually two parts of the story, a bit like what Earl would say is the law of polarity. Okay, so that's all for my live today. If you like it, do like it, comment it, or you have other stories that has to do with attitude, belonging, feel free to share. Tomorrow I'll come on live. I'll talk about the frog story. Yeah, the frog story. This was a story which my business mentor shared with me, and that really resonated. That probably was the story which actually got my ass moving. Okay, so thanks Nicholas, see you, and whoever's seeing this later, do let me know, #replay, and I hope to see you tomorrow on my Facebook Live. See you, bye bye.